They've said it's a little windy, a little chilly out there, but we have gotten pretty lucky this past weekend with parade weather.
I agree. The storms came late last night, so the parade route yesterday was pretty muggy, you know, that kind of spring-like, summer-like kind of feel. But then today we're getting the cooler weather. Tomorrow looks beautiful. I'm so excited about it. Yeah, lots of sun. Exactly. For Mardi Gras Day, you never know what you're going to get. Will a cold front have just moved in? Will it be just about to move in? Will there be storms? You don't know, but thankfully this year we are lucking out with some good weather for tomorrow, but it will be cold. Temperatures right now, look at this, in the 50s. We have sunny skies, beautiful end to this really overall very pleasant Mardi Gras, aside from the very early morning showers and storms which have now left our area. Low pressure off to the east, cold front to the east, and now we're getting this cooler air really rushing in. Rain totals, by the way, from those storms early this morning, we're up to about an inch of rain, and the same thing over at Slidell. Some spots got a bit less, but we were finished with that pretty early in the day, and then wrapping up with any leftover showers around sunrise. And then we had a gorgeous afternoon, of course. Cool now, temperatures in the 50s, and the big thing tonight is the wind. We have wind rushing in behind that low, so those winds from the west, northwest. Look at that recent gust at the lakefront, up to 40 miles per hour. So tonight is going to be cold. I would suggest a couple extra layers. Maybe bring things in your bag if you want, like gloves and hats, if you don't feel like wearing them out to the parade. But if you are out there, again, not only in the 50s, chilling down eventually into the 40s, but also with the wind, you can see that feels like temperature in the 40s all through the night. And winds will gradually decrease, but even through this evening, they could be up to easily 15 plus miles per hour. And then tonight, I have about 10 plus miles per hour. Lows tonight north of the lake, upper 30s, south of Lake Pontchartrain, including New Orleans. I have lows about 43. So that's a pretty cold start to our Mardi Gras. So extra layers, couple of maybe gloves, scarf, kind of hat ideas, probably needed for early tomorrow as well. Highs tomorrow, though, make it to about 59. Should be a beautiful afternoon. Lots of sun, that nice dry air, and maybe just a little bit of movement to the air. Not super windy, but it could be breezy at times with north winds about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here is your planner for Mardi Gras Day. Starting off quite cold, so Mardi Gras is one of these days. It starts very early, depending on what your plans are. So again, starting very cold and then moving into the 50-degree range by 11 a.m. Should feel a little bit colder with a bit of breeze. And then by 3 p.m. we're almost at 60. For tomorrow out the door, again, I would suggest these items. Also, it will be very sunny, so don't forget sunglasses, maybe a hat to shield you from the sun, and sunscreen probably needed. Wouldn't be surprised if you forget it to see a few sunburns out there on your Fat Tuesday, even though it will be cooler than average. The average would be 69 for the high. We're at about 59 expected for tomorrow, so cooler than average. But of course, as I said, Mardi Gras just ranges all over the place since we're always in this time of year where we're either getting these kind of fronts moving in or maybe moving up before the front. Wednesday looks good. On Ash Wednesday, we start cold again, 30s and 40s for the morning, but we warm to about 63 for the afternoon. So a very pleasant, quiet day after your Mardi Gras. And then on Thursday, we're warming up to about 68. Friday and Saturday, we have another system moving in. Model's a little bit split. One has a good chance for rain, maybe 50 or 60%, and another doesn't have quite as much, especially on Friday. So we'll keep you updated as we get closer. Looks like a few showers around. And then it turns cooler this weekend, too, as cooler air moves in. Saturday, the rain looks earlier in the day. We should be finished, I think, for the latter part into the evening and nighttime. And then Sunday is cool and dry. Monday next week looking beautiful.
All right. Thanks, Alexandra. The countdown to the Super Bowl in New Orleans is official.